Hello, all. My name is Dana, aka Coach Mighty Fit, as I'm known locally in my training studio where I work in Metropolitan Detroit. So, it's been a long time since I've been on here. And so I kind of wanted to, long time is in 4 years probably, around about that time frame. So I wanted to come on here and really get a chance to reintroduce myself. So again, my name is Dana, and I work as a health coach. I've been a health coach for probably the last 12 years. There's a long backstory of how I got kind of involved in health and wellness, and I'll go into that maybe in another video where I can go over the background because I started actually having a passion about health and wellness when I was around 20 years old, and that started around in my college years. And so, fast forward well over 20 years now, I've been a health coach, even though I was always passionate about health and wellness. I've been a health coach for probably the last 12 years, doing semi private, private training, doing some workshops and speaking in the community. That is my heart. My heart is for serving others and serving the community, all about health and wellness. And I really feel like that it's a ministry of mine. And we'll kind of get back to that part later. But um, so why am I here? Why have I come back to YouTube after, you know, um, almost 4 years gone? Well, I'll tell you, it's out of obedience, you know. And I'm a believer in Jesus Christ. And those of you out there who are believers know that we try to operate in a close relationship with God, an intimate relationship, a walk with God. And from that comes the desire to be obedient, the desire to do His will and to be pleasing to Him. And it's out of the love. I heard a quote a while ago that said, my devotion drives the discipline. I believe it was Pastor Matt Chandler. I was doing a James study and that came up. And this was quite a few years back, but that statement really stuck with me. So my disciplines in my life pour out from the love when it comes to when we're talking health and wellness, when we're talking, working out, when we're talking about serving others, when we're talking about reading, studying, fasting, any spiritual disciplines or anything that I do, it really only comes from the love. And that's where I try to keep it because we know it's not a earned thing that we do. It's not a work thing that we do, but we do those things because He first loved us and we love Him. So getting back to why I'm here at the obedience. So there's a lot of things that I share with the individuals in my life that are in my local community, that are in my gym community, that are in my church community, and just my family and friends. I share a lot with them about health and wellness, and um, I take it as an honor or blessing that people come to me with their questions in regards to what they should eat and what they should be doing workout wise. And by all means, I'm not the expert of experts, but what I do have is over 20 years of maintaining my goals and um, helping others to reach their goals and having some success at that progressively reaching goal after goal and in the consistency of sticking with something over 20 years with all the things that come up in life, all the things that we deal with, having babies, having surgery, things like that. Um, just to briefly, I have had a partial nephrectomy, which means I've had most of my left kidney removed. I've had fibroid surgery, a myomectomy where I've had fibroids removed, and that is a big struggle, especially with the African American woman community, and also a child, a C-section. So all those things alone bring challenges, along with perimenopause, et cetera, et cetera. I can go on and on, but it's something to stick with and have some consistency and still progress towards your goals as you're traversing all those different challenges and things that you have going on in your life. So in essence, to make a long story longer, um, I'm here out of obedience to share the things that have worked for me. I believe in holistic wellness. So, a combination of mind, body, and spirit. Another thing to note is that I'm a social worker. So, when it comes to the mind, I believe in a lot of kind of cognitive behavioral exercises and cognitive behavioral approaches. I used to work with individuals that were involved in the justice system, those that struggle with alcohol and drug addiction, with helping them kind of change some of the things, some of the solve some of the problems that they were having in their lives. And I believe some of those same tools are effective in helping us get our weight loss, weight gain goals, whatever our health and wellness goals. I believe some of those same tools are effective at doing that. And knowing, being a believer, and also reading the Bible, so many things that are in like cognitive behavioral books and cognitive behavioral approaches come from the original source, come from the Bible. You know, we all talk about changing the way we think in different tools. We talk about analyzing our thought process and taking a look at what we thought we're thinking and changing those thoughts and coming up with alternate thoughts that serve us better. Well, and not to get too deep into that, but you know, when you look at renewing your thoughts, which is in scripture, you know, God says to think on those things that are lovely, of that are um, lovely and of uh, good report. And the scripture, the full scripture is not coming to me, but I'm going to post it here so you can see it. But those things, that was in the Bible. So a long time ago, God has been telling us that we need to change the way we think. And if we want different results, we need to change the way we think. And it's the same thing that applies to this health and wellness walk. You want different results. You're not going to get it thinking the same ways about food, thinking the same ways about exercise, thinking the same ways about yourself that you did previously. So, and of course, there's nutrition, there's exercise, there's the body, and also the spirit. Like I said, reading the word. You know, we ask God to help us in a lot of different areas. Sometimes we, oh Lord, you know, help me get a job, help me with my family, or when we get an illness, we, you know, we're in prayer, and all those things are great. But I find that many times when it comes to people's health and wellness goals, that they don't tend to reach out to God in that way. They don't tend to bring those things. It's like if we're healthy or we're good, sometimes the prayers stop. And we're not coming to him and saying, hey, I would, you know, my goals to get stronger. I would like to be more flexible. God, lead me to those right resources. These are some prayers that we don't necessarily utilize that are effective in the health and wellness journey. Also looking at the why, you know, why do we need good health? Why do I need to be active? Who is it that I'm serving? How can I be of a better asset in the kingdom, you know? Because in the state that I'm in now, maybe I'm not able to help anyone. Maybe I'm not able to, you know, walk with somebody through some things. And I mean, literally walk with somebody through some things. So, um, health and wellness is important. It's important to anybody that's in the body, you know. So, that's my approach. I've written a book that's called Fitted for This Season, and we can talk about that again. I'll go into that a little bit more in another video. But that one is a 90-day like fitness guide, and it has a holistic approach, and it's kind of a workbook that you work through, and it touches on the mind, body, and spirit, and it walks you through 90 days of cognitive behavioral exercises and scripture, and also some approaches in nutrition and exercise to help you get closer to the goals that you have and kind of get you a detailed plan. It helps you plan out those whole things. So I have that as well. I've done some natural bodybuilding. I love to do fitness challenges. So there's a lot of things that I love to do because this thing, I live and breathe this stuff. I'm very passionate about it all. So I'm here just to share those things. And as we go on this journey called life together, if it's things that you're interested in um, learning my take on, or um, you have questions about some of the things that you struggle with in the area of health and wellness, and maybe questions or what's my approach to incorporating my walk with God with health and wellness, just feel free to ask. I have an Instagram. This is called Mighty Fit One. I also have TikTok. I don't do much on TikTok. I'm trying to get to do more on TikTok, but I have that as well. Locally, I'm in the metropolitan Detroit area. I have to get that out. I'm in the Metro Detroit area. That's where I train. I have a great fitness community there where we work out and train. So if you're local, you're in the area, hit me up, and I can definitely uh, invite you in to meet this great community of people, uh, get a workout in, get a consult in, what have you. So again, that's why I'm here. It's all about faith, fitness, and family. And um, when I talk family, I'm not just talking my biological family, but the family that I made in the different communities that I'm in, whether it's my church community. I love the church that I go to right now. I'm in a life group there. Those individuals are wonderful and been a blessing to me. um, and also my fitness community, which is Synergy Works Detroit, and they're my family as well. And I walk out the health and wellness things with so many aspects of my life. Um, I wrapped up with that community as well. They definitely are very supportive, very encouraging, and they just make life better. They're definitely a blessing. So I encourage you to find a community. If you can't join us because you're not in this area, then I definitely encourage you to be prayerful about finding a community where you are, finding some accountability partner, somebody to walk um, this road with you wherever you are, um, and be prayerful about it because God's in the business of answering prayers, and uh, you have not because you ask not. So, um, yeah, that's it. It's pretty much all I have for today. And let me know maybe in the comments what type of different things you're interested in or interested in seeing. And I'll add those things. All right, be blessed.